morning struggles I'm out today, doing my street corner campaign. There you go, my badge, here's my sign, you see it, there you go, little room. So, handing out some cards, meeting some people this morning as part of my street corner surgeries as a new counsellor. So it's the school run, so hopefully meet quite a few people from my ward. But it's 8:30 in the morning. I've probably woken up, but we'll see how it goes. I'll see you later. Ciao for now.
Hello guys, so I'm back from this morning's street corner surgery. Second one I've done so far. One last week, one today, I'm going to do another one tomorrow. And basically it's been the first three have been outside the two main primary schools, or the two primary schools in my ward. Obviously at sort of 8:30 to 9 in the morning when the kids are going in, so I can meet the parents and say hello. Gone really well both times. I think people are walking up to me because I hold the sign that I showed you before with my name. It says Councillor James Paul on it, but I don't know if they're not reading it or what, or just seeing someone holding a sign and I wear my rosette. But I mean, so I literally had two people walk out towards me, crossing the road, thinking, nutter. So I'm having to, once I tell people what I'm there for, why I'm there, and who I am, I get a big smile, and usually, people are happy that I'm doing what I'm doing, which is basically I'm saying, I am your new counsellor, James. Any issues you've got, I'm here for the next half hour, but here's a card. So give me a card with all my contact details on. So yeah, I had a great chat this morning with I think one of the only people, the only two people. The first guy I stopped actually was in a wheelchair, mobility scooter, like my mum's, like my mum's. I've seen him around for years actually, but we had a nice chat, and he already knew who I was, which is I'm getting that quite a lot actually. I suppose it's good. And then the other lady that stopped to have a good chat. They were the only two people I spoke to who weren't parents going to school or coming back from the school. The other lady I spoke to was on her way to work, and she didn't look sure at all when I approached her. And she had to take her headphones out. She was obviously like, who's this idiot? But then we had a good long chat really, and it was great. And so that's more contact made, which is the whole point, which is, what we're supposed to be here for. Huge reason for why I started doing or tried to become a counsellor, to represent people who need it in the area, and to be much more visible, to be, visible year round, holding these street corner surgeries, which seem to be working, paying off at the moment. Getting my name out there, get my face out there, letting people know who to contact me. Did have a point this morning, where I ran out of business cards. And I've got a lot, but I'm running out of them very quickly on these street corner campaigns. Just there's so many people, and they all take one. So luckily I've got the sign. So like when I ran out today, I said, well, here's my name, basically. Find me on Facebook if you need a hand with anything. So yeah, so I'll be going back to the same corners every month is the plan. If I can, every 2 weeks, but because I'm so busy now trying to help people and myself and meet all the requirements of signing on, and there's a lot of them, hours and hours of work just for that really, to claim my 73 quid a week to try and get by on. This thing's all over the place. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with those. I've got another one tomorrow morning, like I say. Hopefully going to get a bit of local press coverage, which would be nice because it would help the cause. I just want people to know there's there are more. Choose my words carefully. There are more local representatives out there that are prepared and willing to help them. And of course, I mean, what I'm getting is lots of people with long-standing issues, months, years old, who haven't had any help at all. So that was great. I'm getting connecting with people and everything. I need either a TARDIS so I can manipulate time, or a cloning machine so I can sort of clone 3 or 4 more of me to get it all done for them. Or try to sort of get things done for them. So I am becoming slightly inundated, but look, that's part of it, I suppose. But yeah, it leads on to how much do you want to do something, really, which is what I was going to talk about today. Why, you've got to ask yourself a question all the time, no matter what you do, paid job, voluntary work, this kind of thing. Why am I doing? Why do I want to do what I want to do? It was a bit like when I was at law school years ago. I was one of the few mature students there. Most students were from all over the world, 19 to 21, 22. I guarantee, and I did, if I asked most of them there, why do you want to study law? To be a solicitor. Why do you want to be a solicitor? Most of them didn't know. Some of them had parents who owned law firms and they were going into the family business, but I swear most didn't really know why they want to be. So I'm thinking, why are you putting yourself through 3 years, 4 years sometimes, of really hellish work, and tests, really hellish tests at the end of it, and all the stress if you don't know, and of course the debts and cost. Always found that a bit baffling, really. But same with this. I sit in the council meetings and we discuss lots of things, particularly financial things that need to be discussed and passed, or whatever it is. And I'm thinking, first and foremost, we should be thinking about how this affects our residents. The total sum of what we're doing here, what impact does that have on our residents? Is that helping them? Is it not? What really? Just my phone buzzing, I think. So that should be the forefront of everything we do, I think. And I hope it is when I'm doing things or making decisions. I'm trying my best to always think about how does this impact, or how does this help or aid my residents, particularly the most vulnerable and the ones struggling, to live a better life, an easier life, a more prosperous life for them and their kids. So I think that has to be at the forefront of our minds when we do anything, especially as elected councillors or MPs or whatever. And I think, unfortunately, the perception is amongst a lot of people here and all over the country, and it was mine as well, and to a certain extent still is, that perhaps that thought isn't at the top of the list when councillors or local officials and things are going through things. Perhaps money is, or I mean, you do meet people who want to be a councillor or whatever because it's something impressive to tell people at a dinner party, is your hunch, which is worrying, very worrying. But hopefully they're in the vast minority. But yeah, so that's it really. Whatever you do, make sure you know what you're doing. So for now, I'm going to go and help look after my little nephew who's here. He was 18 months old. He was lovely but a handful. So ciao for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.